Hey everybody, this is Taco and welcome to Something to Talk About. And this is my newest video in my Lord's Guard series, if you will. And yeah, we're gonna hit up some islands. We're going island hopping. We're going to the Iron Islands. So yeah. Hi, welcome to Something to Talk About. My name is Taco, and yeah, I said it and I'll say it again. What if the High Lords had a Kingsguard? I don't know why I went southern. The Iron God. Whoa, whoa. I don't know what was with that voice. I'm feeling it, man. I'm just in a good mood. So I'm going to be doing this a lot, apparently, because I've already done it like 4 times. So if you haven't seen one of these before, go watch my other ones. I'm not going to count how many I've done, but a few. We're getting down. We're getting down. We're getting there. We're getting there. We got a couple left. So yeah, this all came from an idea from one of my commenters who comments a lot named Brodyday, and he was like, "Hey, Taco." He didn't wait for me to respond. It was all in one thing, and he's like, "Why don't you do like a video about if all the Lord Paramounts had a Kingsguard?" I'm like, "A video? I'll do one for everyone." And I'm contemplating doing the not storm. Sorry, I already did those. The Crownlands, because I was like, no, the Kingsguards are ready to Crownlands. But the more I'm thinking about how these Lord's Guards are kind of like JV, and maybe they have a chance to move up. Like if they go to the Kingsguard, like that's an okay path for them to leave, which somebody brought up, and I kind of love that idea. The more I'm thinking that, I'm like, well, what if Dragonstone had one? But I already put like staunch Stannis supporters in the Stormlands one. So I'm thinking about it. But anyways, if you don't know what we're doing here, this is what we're doing. You can pause it to read all of this because I feel like I've been saying it a lot. But yeah, if you've never seen my vids before, I don't edit. I just kind of talk all at once. Big, long, ranty rant as if I'm sitting right there joking with you. But it gives me a chance to be free and jokey and improv-y. And yeah, please read this if you haven't yet. And if this is your first one. Because I'm about to, for the first time, skip explaining this, and it's kind of got a lot to explain. I'll say it really quick. Oh, damn it. Okay, cool. So, really quick. I'm not spending as many minutes on it as I normally do. As if it's the start of the books, all this takes place at the start of the books. 7 warriors following the rules of the Kingsguard, but going with the customs and the political of, like, the day. So this is it. Balon Greyjoy named all these guys. All right, that's enough. Let's just go. And yeah, we're going right to Newt the Barber. Whoa, here we go. Yeah, Newt the Barber. Starting off with a lowborn, but I feel like Balon would award people for being good raiders and for loyalty, not just being powerful houses. So I'm going to state off right off the bat. I feel like the Ironborn see power differently, right? Because it's not about wealth and who you have. It's about your ship and if you're a strong captain and if you're a strong fighter, right? It kind of has more of a weight than other places like the Reach, where the people who are in charge, are powerful houses. They have a large amount of area and influence and political influence. And there's a little less of that in the Ironborn. It's more like, if this guy's a really good raider, he's going to start working his way up, right? So that's kind of the philosophy I took with this one, is I'm thinking Balon because I've seen it in the past, right? We're going to get to a member on here who's really high up for Balon who doesn't have a name, right? So I'm awarding lowborn more in this list than I have on other ones. So that was kind of my Ironborn twist for the Iron Guard. I hope you guys like that name. You guys don't like my names a lot. I hope you like my names. All right. Starting off with the lowborn, I feel like, I already said that. Newt is the best man of a Lord Victorian Greyjoy's crew aboard the Iron Victory. He has earned the nickname the Barber due to his ability to, in his youth, to throw an axe so well that he could shave you with it. I wouldn't let him. Still, even if he's like, no, I could do it. I'm throwing at my face, Newt. Get out of here! All right. Even Euron in the books knows to keep Newt close. Balon would likely do the same, and Newt would likely feel honored. So his brother both feels half feels honored, but also to take a really powerful guy from his brother. Euron did that, and I don't think Balon is any different. I think because what Euron does is give him one of the islands in the Shield Islands when they take the Shield Islands. Spoilers, which takes place after when this would have been picked. So I think Balon, I think Victorion would feel more honored by Balon naming Newt than he felt like Balon stealing Newt like from Euron. He knows that Euron's not being nice about it, right? I feel like Balon and Victorion got along better than Euron did. These names. Okay, sorry. You guys know what I'm saying. Newt the Barber. Let's move on. All right. So we got Ralph Kenning. Ralph Kenning is an Ironborn commander and a member, or captain, and a member of House Kenning of Harlaw. So, yeah, a secondary house from Harlaw. Definitely not a very powerful house, but Raph is a very trusted captain. And in the books, he has left command of Mount Caelan, which is pretty important. He is notably a good fighter with both an axe and a sword, and I think he's a smart choice. Yeah, I kind of wanted to I was looking at who the Ironborn actually give stuff to, and I realized Victorion had a lot of people with him in Mount Caelan, and there was a reason why he's like, I can't leave a lot of people, but Raph's got it. He didn't leave him to die. Victorion's also kind of an idiot. so maybe I should be going off of Victorion's actions. Victorian, you know what I mean. But yeah, he's at least trusted enough to hold Mount Caelan. If you're holding Mount Caelan, you're holding the entire north. So I do think Raph Kenning is a good choice. So yeah, there we go. And we get a Kenning. And I don't know if you guys know this, but their house words are pew, pew, pew. All right. Gorin Goodbrother. Oh, Goodbrother. The youngest of 3 triplets. Whoa. Gorin is a member of a very important house, House Goodbrother, and has powerful ties to the religion of the Drowned God. We know he is close to Aeron Dampere, and has love for his king. He might join to differentiate himself from his 2 identical brothers because he is a triplet. Also, it gives us a knight from the island of Great Wick. I kind of wanted to get so when I'm trying to think of all this stuff, I'm also trying to get every island, Harlaw's gonna have more than one representation, but it's a really big island. But Great Wick, I wanted to get, right? It was Great Wick? Yeah, Great Wick. I wanted to get Great Wick some representation, so I did. And I think that Gorin Goodbrother is a good one. So again, he's kind of an older knight, so maybe he joined early on, but he's got the full-on baptism of being, drowned by Aeron Dampere. So not everyone's done that. A lot of knights, of course, have, or not knights, but a lot of people from the Iron Islands, of course, have. But we do know that he has some devotion to him. So when they find out Balon dies later on the books, it's him who goes and tells Aeron Dampere. So I think having a more religious person part of the Iron Guard is a good idea. And also it's House Goodbrother. You know that he's not losing inheritance. There's 3 of them. He's triplets. And he's got to differentiate himself anyways. Think of the younger Royces, who are very powerful house from the Vale. They have to go and find other ways to be important. So maybe Gorin then joins the Iron Guard. I liked it. I was also just kind of looking at powerful houses that we don't know a lot about, but Balon does because he's in the universe. So who they would have picked, because you want these really powerful houses, especially these different islands that have representation in the Lord's Guard. At least I think Balon would. All right, Red Raph Kenning, another Raph. All right. No, not Kenning. Sorry, Red Raph Stonehouse. So I had Raph Kenning, and now we got Red Raph Stonehouse. So I love the picture of him on his longship too. Let's go. Red Raph. I was excited when I wrote this. Let's go. Red Raph is a young, smart, and ambitious captain. And also, all these guys are captains, or most of them. So I really like the idea of like if war breaks out, like all the different Lords Guards have these huge fleets behind them that they're high in command of, like, because they're all captains, you know. It's just a thing that the Iron Guard's gonna have that the other places won't, where the idea that you're being a captain of a ship is really important to get in the Iron Guard, opposed to, you know, the Northern Guard. I know you guys love that name, so I said it again. We know that he has love for the old ways and is bold and crazy enough to raid the mud and blood towns in the Basilisk Isles. He's a fun pick. Yeah, when he's traveling with Victoria and Greyjoy later on, he goes and hits up the Basilisk Isles, and we're pretty sure he dies doing it. Like, what are you thinking? I like him. He's a fun pick, right? He's young, he's ambitious, he's like woohoo, and he's kind of crazy. And also, Stonehouse is an important house again. And yeah, I think he's great. So we've had enough people where I'm like, and they're from important houses. Let's get some Lowborns again. You guys ready? Everyone saw this one coming. Everyone saw this one coming. All right? I know it. Andrik the Unsmiling. Duh, I have to. Andrik the Unsmiling is an Ironborn warrior serving Lord Dustane Drum and Balon Greyjoy. So Andrik is described as having thick arms and being very big and powerful. According to singers, Andrik is the fiercest living Ironborn warrior. Much like Newt, Andrik would be named in a mix of taking him from Dustin Drum and having the strongest raider by your side. Just like what Euron Greyjoy later on does with Andrik too. He also gives him a shield dial and makes him like a lord because he wants to take him from a rival, which is Dustin Drum. And I don't put Balon past that, especially since this isn't taking somebody from his younger brother. This is taking somebody who we know has aspirations of being king later on in the Kingsmoot. Dustin Drum might be known as being somebody with big ambitions. Plus, he keeps the strongest raider right next to him. Let's pluck him and put him right where he belongs in the Iron Guard. And I think that would 100% happen. Not only is he like famous around the Iron Islands of being like super strong and a really good warrior and raider and that stuff that's really loved, but it's also a strong political move of like kind of knocking Dustane Drum down a pick. So yeah, this guy isn't the Lord Commander, and I know you guys are going to get mad. But my sixth pick, not Lord Commander, is Dmir Cleftjaw. Whoa, calm down. Stop. You already screamed at me. Hear me out. No political move here, just putting the most loyal fighter in the Iron Islands in the spot he deserves. Dagmir's love for the Greyjoys is only matched by the Greyjoys' trust and love for him. Dagmir gets his name from the hideous scar in his mouth when he was cut with a long axe. His front teeth are smashed and both his lips are split in two. He's a no-brainer for the Iron Guard, and I completely stand by it. I just think there's a better fit for Lord Commander than him. And I think there's a difference just because he's a loyal man-at-arms and that the Greyjoys freaking love him, and they do for really good reason. He loves the Greyjoys. You still need to be a little political savvy, and you want somebody who, you know, is just a little more diplomatic than Dmir Cleftjaw, right? I know Ironborn are, you know, we do not sew. They're about that punch. But the guy who I chose also has that punch, and he is still a, you know, about as proper as an Ironborn Lord gets. And you do still need a Lord Commander who can give you advice, who is well read. And unlike Arryn Hota's a really great, like, you know, like these other people who I named because they were close, like Jory Cassell, Brendan Tully. Yes, they are like captains of the guards or things like that, and they're really close to the family, but they're all still at least high-ish born more than Dmir Cleftjaw. So you might completely disagree with me, but that's why he's second, but he's still up there, right? He's still a really respected member of the Iron Guard. But I went prestige first here. And let me explain. Harla, Sir Harris Harla, Lord Commander. This was tricky. It was between Dagmir and Harris. And I know he is Roderick the Reader's heir, but I see him joining the Iron Guard young, before the Greyjoy Rebellion. Hear me out. I don't like to put heirs on this list, but in my headcanon, when he joined, he wouldn't have been heir yet. It would have been feasible that he would never become heir. Hear me out. Okay. So, I think that he would have joined before the Greyjoy Rebellion, when the Reader's heirs were all alive, and that's multiple sons. And when his best friend, Roderick Greyjoy, was still alive, that's Theon's older brother. I think he joined to get closer to Roderick Greyjoy. And yeah, and so this would have been when his uncle has plenty of heirs, and it wouldn't be weird that he wants to just go and protect his best friend, right? So, when his best friend, Roderick Greyjoy, was still alive, and him joining keeps him next to him. Then, after his best friend and his cousins die in the rebellion, he stays in the Ironborn and raises all the way to Lord Commander. And now he is a renowned knight. He's a knight, too. There's not a lot of knights in this list. With a Valyrian steel sword. Yeah, they got Nightfall, right? That's the name of it? Yeah. So, you know, a really important house, like House Harlaw, has a Valyrian steel sword. These are like prestigious things to help him, even in a place like the Iron Islands, to make him Lord Commander. I stand by this decision. I already hear you guys being mad about it, but I think it's brilliant. I think it's a really smart decision. I think I'm smart. That's what I'm getting at. He seems like a perfect Lord Commander with Dagmir as his second. So, yeah. There you guys go. That was my Iron Guard. Thank you for watching. And yeah, I've covered a lot now. A lot of them. So, like Dorne, right? I called them the Sun Knights. I got the Wing Knights from the Vale. Got the Northern Guard, which you guys hated that name. And then I did the Knights of the Trident. And is that all? That's all I covered? I think so. Stormguard? Did I say Stormguard? Yeah. So go back and watch those if you haven't. And also click like and subscribe. My channel has been growing lately, and that's freaking awesome. And it's all thanks to you amazing people. So yeah. Get out there and raid some islands. Don't really raid. I'm kidding. Peace.